Time rum. I've got hind. Hind. Oh. I've only got a hind run, haven't I? Wow. Right, I've got a feeling this is a sill. How you doing, everyone? Welcome back to the Bristol channel. Welcome back to a new episode of sea fishing on my YouTube channel. My name's Wayne and this is the Bristol channel. How you doing? Don't worry, I'm not sat in Tesco's car park. I'm actually fishing. Well, not yet, I've just got here. I'm fishing a new venue for you guys. I used to fish this a lot when I was a kid. It's pretty simple fishing. It's a real comfy place to fish, and obviously I've got the van. Believe it or not, it's 25 miles an hour wind hitting the back of the van, so it would be quite blowy without it, so it's a good windbreak. What I'm going to do now is continue setting up my rods. I'll bring you back, I'll show you my bait, I'll show you my rigs. We'll talk about what I'm going to do this evening. We've got 4 hours to catch a few fish. It's like a half session, but hopefully we can get into a few form-back rays and maybe even a nice Bristol Channel bass. Wish me luck, everyone. Well, bait wise for this evening, as I've said, I'm going to target form-back rays and bass. So for form-backs, fish baits all the time around here. You sometimes get them on crabs, but it's a waste. Squid is what they need. That's the form-backs taken care of, and sometimes a bass and whatever, really. As I've said to you before, squid is my #1 bait. If I had to choose one bait for the rest of my life, it would be squid. Then I got some blacks. I've got some frozen blacks out the freezer. This is a spur of the moment trip. After work, I was working in the area, so I thought I'd just drive along, get 3.5 hours fishing. High tide is 9:45 tonight, so it's gonna get dark, but I've got some lights, I've got my headlamp, and we're gonna have a go. As I've said, it's a spur of the moment thing, so I've got frozen blacks, frozen squid, but I've got a few live peelers, hopefully to target a bass, or maybe, if I'm lucky, a smooth hound. I've caught a hound off this wall before, and so have quite a few others, so we've got a chance. It's 11.6 metre tide, so it's going to come right up the wall. I'll show you in a minute where we're fishing. It's not an issue, and we've definitely got a chance. So welcome back, everyone. Thanks for all your comments and your feedback on my last video down at Minehead. It was outstanding, and as you've seen, I caught loads of fish. I'm going to sort my stuff out. I'll bring you back. We'll do some baiting up as per normal, but tonight it's about the fishing. We'll get you on the rods. Hopefully we can get a few bites on camera, and you never know, I may actually yet again make us a nice video. Thanks, everyone. As you can see, it's a beautiful evening, by the way. And there we go. Tonight, yet again, I'm using my competition naggers at Atronics Pro for one rod, and on the second rod I will be using my competition performance. I absolutely love that rod. Yeah, the competition performance has obviously been out for a few months and I've just not used it. I've been working the trade shows, as you know, and I took one out for a cast and I really enjoyed it. I loved it, in fact, so I bought myself two. And I love them. They're just a little bit lighter than the naggers, but I don't know. First impressions, I might like them a little bit more. Is that possible? Oh, I don't know. But look, here we go, rig wise. You know all about this by now, so if you watched some of my videos before, you can go to toilet or go and get yourself a brew, or maybe go and get a can of beer if you're pretty crazy like me. Look, here we go. We got a 7-ounce grip lead because we've got a bit of tide this evening to a splashdown. Then I got my rig body of 120 pound to a bead, a pulley bead, a bead, to a swivel, to a 90 pound hook length, to my 4-0 circle on my magic tubing. You know all about that by now, and a 3-0 J hook. Just right really for me, for targeting rays in the Bristol Channel, not on the south coast, bass, codling and smooth hangs. Perfect. If you've seen my videos before, this is my go-to rig. When I'm fishing really tidal stretches like I am now, I'll go for a 4-foot variation. When it's a little bit slacker and I'm fishing deeper waters, maybe drop it up to 5 or 6 foot, depending, as I've said, where I'm fishing. How you all doing anyway? I hope you're doing all right. I hope you're staying safe. I hope you're looking out for yourselves. If not, why not? So what I'm going to do, these are some frozen blacks I've had for a while, so I kind of need to use them up. So I'm going to go for 4 of them, bound together with a peeler on the bottom. What are we doing? Just having a senior moment. I've got 2 bait elastics somewhere, or Baytex, and I can't find the other one. Oh, there you go. Voila! Yeah, I don't know how it's going to go. It's fishing. We've got a chance. We're only out for sort of 3.5 hours, maybe 4. But it's fishing. As you can see, I'm using my bait needle again. Got a father and son just up from us. Well, it might be. They might be lovers, but they look like a father and son. So if that's you, hi. So yeah, just like before. The fat end. Fishing wise, where I am, you get about 1.5 hours up and pretty much the same back. But it can be good. We've pretty much got the reef system out to our left, and generally, obviously it's not so prolific as being out on there, but what's out on there normally comes in and feeds on here over high. Well, it has done. But yeah, it doesn't matter. It's a beautiful evening, and as long as we got a bait in the water, you know this by now, we've got a chance. I've got some nice food in there that I can't wait to eat, but let's get fishing first. Make it more streamlined for casting. So a lot of the old boys that fish this cast about 20 yards. So what I'm going to do, as the tide is just flooding now, I'm going to put it a little bit further, and slowly as the tide comes in, I'm going to drop one in closer. So we'll have one out in the tide and one in, because the bass and the fawnies patrol quite close here, especially the bass. That's pretty much well known everywhere, hey? You can catch bass right under your feet, and it's no different in the Bristol Channel. They're in snooping around the rocks for crabs and prawns. But look, I'm gonna get this one out. I've had a couple of casts, my reels are just right, my rods have not had a knock, so they're safe, and I'm gonna get a bait in the water. Let's go, wish me luck. Now he's out there. So what we've got to do when you fish a venue like this, first cast, make sure you pop the lead out. Because that's probably only about 2 or 3 foot where I've cast. As you see, I cast quite high and that comes down at some rate of knots. Sometimes it can plug in the mud and you can't get it out. Just like that, it's stuck in now. I might not get this back. Ah. And just like that, I popped it out. It's beautiful tonight. As I said, it's a spur of the moment thing. It's a nice tide, but I don't really know how it's been fishing in this area. But as you know from previous videos, if you get out and give it a go, and it's the same for your fishing, you can't catch them at home. And we got a chance. Sometimes I like to mention it. So instead of asking for more subscribers, I just want to thank the people that have been there from the start for me. Hopefully the videos have improved. I've not changed. I never will do. I could have 100 million subscribers and I'd just be me. That's why I do all this on my own, because I haven't got to deal with anyone else then. I don't really speak to anyone in the fishing world apart from 3 or 4 of my friends. So I'm a bit of an outcast, as it was, or as it is. So some people have a pop at me, which isn't overly very nice. But I don't really feel I need to defend myself, and it's not really my opinion what people think of me. As long as you guys keep watching my videos and leaving nice feedback, that's all that matters. I'm not after everyone to praise me. But sometimes it's quite nice when you're nice to me. I'm only human. Remember, I'm just like you. We go out fishing, don't we? That's all we do. It wouldn't matter if I caught the world record, whatever. It wouldn't change me. It's all about this. Coming out fishing, getting a few bites on camera, whether you've had a bad week at work or you're not feeling too great. The best thing about fishing is that initial bite. It doesn't matter what you're thinking about, it just goes straight away. It's a great thing, and if you haven't been out fishing for a while, do it. I had 2 weeks off and I missed it massively. And now I'm back being happy again. Look, there you go. That's enough waffling, that's what you're saying. So this one, I'm not going to put as far. As you've seen with the last one, I got plugged in the mud. And luckily when I pulled for a break, well, I didn't want it to break, I pulled and the lead popped out. As you can see, that one didn't get plugged in. Give it half an hour and I'll be able to smack it again. Ratchet's on. And there we go, we're fishing, everyone. Let's sit you back, let's put you on the rods, and hopefully I can make a nice video for us. Now this is amazing. I've been to Minehead this evening to sort something out, and I popped in a takeaway place called Vlad's. I went there with James Wigglesworth one, and I had this. It's like a mixed meat, creamy cheese spag bowl. It's amazing. Well, anyway, it's not an eating channel, so I'll eat this on my own, but I just want you to know I'm taking care of myself and taking on the calories like normal. Oh, by the way, I'm still eating. Well, I just thought I'd bring you back. You can watch the rods for a bit. I think I got a bite on a squid rod, so I got a mouthful of food. I just stuck it out there. It just pulled down. Got to be a fish. I've got hanged. Hanged up. I've only got a hang run, haven't I? What the hell? Well, I didn't expect that first cast. Oh, it's a big fish, this. It's gone through somehow, I can feel it. It's taking me through a snack. Go on. Wow. Right, I've got a feeling this is a seal. Wow, I thought I'd seen it all. That is definitely a first for me in fishing. Just for information, it was a seal. Don't worry, I didn't hook it in the mouth. It took a fish. I could see it on top of the water, splashing around. I think it was a small bass, and it just nailed it. It wouldn't have got the hooks. It just had it in his hand. As you've seen, I haven't looked at the footage yet. The reason why it's like felt like it is shaking, because the seal was swimming backwards, I believe, and hitting the line with his paddle. It was a strange fight, and then out of nowhere, a seal just come up holding a fish. The guys next to me seen it as well. But I'll tell you something, they go all right. When I look back at the footage, I hope it's come out clear. I just thought it was a hanged. just ripped off on a whole squid. Yeah, that's a first for me. I don't really see seals up here in the Bristol Channel. There's bloody loads of them everywhere though, isn't there? Bloody things. Oh yeah. It's alright seal fishing now. So I just want to reiterate, no seals were harmed in the making of this video. Anyway, I'm going to continue doing this. A little pull down then. Better get my harness on, just in case it's another seal. Well, anyway, the competition performance held its own with a £100 seal. I said I wanted to test it out. Goes right, son. But yeah, it's just one of them things. I've heard it happen to other people. It happened to my father-in-law while float fishing in Brixham. Caught a bass, next minute a seal just grabs it, pisses off with it. Great fun on a float rod. As I said, it doesn't hurt the seals, they just play with us. This thing was playing with me. It was up in the water holding it, and it just booted off backwards. That's why it felt like I was snagged. It was going, I think his back rudder, or his feet, whatever they're called. Now I know what it's called. His fin was hitting my line. But yeah, the seal will be fine. Don't worry about him. Anyway, back to reality. What we're going to do now is try and fish for fish. As you can see, I've got a nice bit of pull from right to left as the channel starts to empty out, and we've definitely got a chance. What I'm going to do is keep the baits going in. Both of these have got peeler crab as far as I can put them. What I'm going to do now is put a squid one 30-40 yards out and a crab one as far as I can, hopefully getting into a ray on the squid, and hopefully a smooth hound a little bit further out as they come back off of the reefs as the tide ebbs out. It sounds good, it sounds like I know what I'm doing, but who knows? It's fishing, we've had a seal on, we never expected that, so hopefully I can get us a nice fish just to finish off this little session, this little video, and make it all worthwhile. But we've been out in the sunshine, we're watching the waves, we're enjoying the wildlife, and it's just a nice evening to be alive. Thanks again, everyone. When I bring you back, hopefully we'll get into some rod bending action and I can catch us a nice fish. Well, as you can see, it's pitch black now, and I've packed up, everyone. The tide's gone out. You have to take my word for that, because it's dark and I can't show you. But yeah, nice few hours on the Bristol Channel. Unfortunately, I didn't land any fish. Obviously, I hooked a fish. Unbeknown to me, a seal took it. That was great fun. Obviously, I haven't harmed the seal. The seal's been going up and down all evening. I've never really seen that before in the Bristol channel, so that's something new. But the seal's fine. He's caused havoc, and he's probably ruined the fishing. He ruined my fishing at that one point, but it was great fun, very powerful. It went off like an absolute steam train, as you've seen. It was a strange fight. At the beginning, it had hold of my fish. Then you see, because I've looked back through the footage briefly on the camera, you can see it comes and the fish is coming, and then right at the end it grabs it and takes me through a snag. There's a couple of stakes out there. When you've got a fish on, I can normally, or we can normally steer it away, but when you're got hold, or a seal has got hold of your fish, I don't know, what do they weigh, 80, 100 pound seal screaming off in that tide. I had no hope, as you can see from the footage. But look, it's been a nice evening. You don't catch them sat at home. I've put some lovely baits out there. I've kept going, I've kept casting every quarter of an hour, and it wasn't meant to be. My name's Wayne. This has been another session on the Bristol channel. I look forward to seeing you somewhere else next week, where hopefully I can get into a few fish. Good night, everyone. Look after yourself, and I'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.